Hi, everyone. If you are tuning in and your device allows you to say hello into my chat box, I'd love to know who's here with me. And I'm also curious to know if you can hear the music and hear me. Again, I'm trying something else new today. Ooh, it feels dark in here. Let me get that. It's maybe better. A little. I don't know. I gotta be backed up. So, hello, if you're just tuning in, I am waiting a few minutes or a few more people can join us. And if you have the ability on your device to say hello in the chat box, I'd love to know who's here with me. I can see that 10 people are here, but I wonder who those 10 people are. Hello, Ariel. Hello, Tana. Welcome, welcome. It's nice to be with all of you at lunchtime. I'm curious, for those of you tuning in, can you hear me over the music? Can you hear the music at all? I'm still figuring out the best way to do music. Oh, Sandy's here. Hi, Isabel here from Wisconsin. Tracy from Math. Hi, Tracy from Math. Welcome. Hi, Jocelyn again. Oh, can hear both. Good. Wonderful. Good. It's so interesting trying to figure out all of these devices and technologies. As you can see from my surroundings, I don't even own a TV. So this has been a really big adjustment for me and my husband, getting super techie. So it's noon officially. I'd love to begin. Hi, Alyssa. I see you tuning in. I hope you are all finding moments to breathe during your day and finding moments to tap into your inner strength and your inner, turn the music down a little, everything that you have inside of you for support, using it as a resource right now. We can and we will get through this. So a lot of what I want to do today, poses for strength, poses for endurance, poses for balance. They'll give us a moment to get up out of our chairs if we've been in a chair or on a futon or on a couch all morning, so that we can re-energize, rejuvenate, and get the blood flowing and the breath flowing to help us with our day. So I brought the chair in today because I want to make sure that you all know if space is an issue for you and you can't use a floor space, you could, or if flexibility is an issue for you today, you can certainly use a chair for any of these poses, like a chair downward dog, or if you have a wall, you can feel free to use a wall for support as well. I'm not going to use either of those, but know that that option is available for you. So standing up, if you can, let's just shake the arms and legs out a little bit. Let the breath really get flowing. Shake the torso out a little bit, the pelvis. Circle the wrists, maybe circle the ankles. So we want to keep the synovial fluid flowing in our joints, especially. Keep them really lubricated and happy. Let's go to the shoulders, shrugging the shoulders, connecting with your breath. And as you can see, I'm thinking about shoulders, but the knees are going a little bit too. So let your knees enjoy a little bit of movement, flexing and extending. And then a few big arm sweeps Inhale up and exhale down. And we'll do that 2 more times. Inhale and exhale. Last one, inhale and exhale. Just keep your arms at your side, palms down, standing nice and tall. Take a few conscious, deep inhales and long exhales. You might even wish to close your eyes while you do this. One more breath in and out. Good. So we're going to start in downward facing dog. We're going to do, like I said today, poses for strength and endurance. So we're going to hang out in these poses for a few breaths. So feel free to shift around a little bit if you need to in your downward dog. Find some length through the arms and the legs. And again, if space or flexibility is an issue for you, you could definitely use a chair and do a nice chair dog. It's the same juicy stretch. It just brings the floor up a little bit closer to you. Really stretch through the fingers, press your feet firmly into the ground. Reach the tailbone up and away from you. Keep the body nice and grounded, but lift your right leg off the floor for a little 3-legged dog. Actively press the foot behind you as though you want to stand on the wall behind you. So you're really flexing through the foot and reaching through the heel. Keep engaging the core, keep engaging your breath. And then swing that right leg forward and through to a lunge, a high lunge. Take a moment to readjust and settle in, and then you can bring your hands up to your front thigh or hands right to your hips. And settle in to breathe. Press your big toes into the floor if you can. That will help ground and stabilize for balance. Lengthening up through the top of the head, really sending the tailbone down so you have some length through your spine. And now step that back leg forward. Bring the inner edges of your legs together. I'll face you for a moment. The inner edges of your legs will touch. The knees stay bent, and you extend the arms upward. Utkatasana, or fierce pose, sometimes called chair pose. And stay with your breath. Draw your energy up into your core so you can take some of the mental strain out of the quads. Deep breaths here. On your next inhale, rise up to standing, and then exhale, bring your arms down. Shake the legs out. We'll do that once again on the second side. So coming back down to the floor or back to your chair and finding downward dog once again. Again, feel free to shift around in your dog if you need to a little bit so that you can settle in. And again, if you are just joining us, feel free to use a chair or a wall for your downward dog if that's easier for you. Deep breaths in and out, everybody. And now extend your left leg up and back behind you, as though you wanted to walk on the wall behind you. So the back foot is really flexed, the toes are pointing down. Strong three-legged dog. Now take that left leg and swing it forward in front of you between your hands for a high lunge. Take a moment to really settle in and ground. Ground down. Hands to your front leg or on both hips. Steady yourself here. Actively press your big toes into the floor. That will help engage the inner thighs and really help you hug into the midline of the body for lots of stability. Stay with your breath. And now stepping that back leg in, keeping both knees bent. Inner edges of the feet touching. Extend the arms overhead, Utkatasana or chair pose. This is a chance to really engage the core, to hug the midline of the body, to root down and rise up. On your next inhale, stand up. Exhale, the arms down. Good. Shake that out, everybody. That's a tough one. One more short sequence. So, shifting your weight onto your left leg. Lift your right leg up and hold on to the knee. If you prefer to hold behind the knee, that's okay too. Do what works best for you. We just want to find a nice sense of deep flexion. We're really looking for a deep fold in the hip crease here. And we're also thinking about stability. Yeah, really standing nice and tall on that left leg. So lengthen all the way up through to the top of the head. And stay with your breath. Keeping this leg up now, the right leg up, you're just going to clasp hold of your foot and swing the leg back. Extend your left arm up overhead. You can't see mine, but it's way up overhead. For a little bit of a variation on baby dancer here. I'll face the side so you can see me a little better. The lighting's not too good in here today. I don't know why. It must be really cloudy. We've got a nice stretch going through the quad on the front leg. On the right leg. This is a real challenge for the standing leg for sure. So really breathe through this. Swing that leg up, into flexion one more time. Find your stability. I love playing with balancing poses because it gives me a chance, switch back one more time. It gives me a chance to really consider balance in my own life. So when we work physically on balance, yeah, we're learning how to stand on one leg, but we're also figuring out how to balance all the things that we need to balance in our regular daily lives. So this practice can be really helpful for us. Good, rest, shake those legs out. Hopefully you made it through. Stretch the left leg a little if you need to. Second side. So standing nice and tall on your right leg. Bring the left leg up into a deep flexion. And again, I just really want to feel the crease in the hip fold on the left leg. So it's not totally to the extreme, but I'm allowing myself to stand up nice and tall with that leg flexed. And again, if you want to hold on behind the knee, behind the, holding the back of the thigh, if that's more comfortable for you, that's fine too. Do what feels best for your bodies. And then just as the first side now. Clasp your foot, extend your right arm up for a nice quad stretch. Variation on baby dancer. And keep breathing. I didn't give you this option on the first side, but if you want to hold that second arm onto a wall, or if you have a chair, your chair nearby for balance, you could certainly use a chair or a wall for support. Sorry, I forgot to mention that on the first side. And then swing back, hold on to that balance, yogis. Swing back to the first position again. Lengthening up through the spine, staying with your breath. Your standing leg might really be burning by now. Just acknowledge it and then come back to the breath. Second stretch. Sorry that my arm and the top of my head gets cut off, everybody. Nice. Shake that out. Let that go. Last big endurance challenge, strength challenge, balance challenge for the day, plank pose. So come down to the floor, everybody. And just like we did last time, modify this if you need to. If you want to do a half plank, if you want to drop your knees to the floor, work with your body, do what feels best for your body. But we will aim for a 1 minute plank. I'll count it on the clock. So set yourself up. Take your legs back, one leg, both legs, knees down, whatever you're going to be doing. Check my clock, and away we go. So 1 minute is a long time. Make sure you really shift in and check in with the body. Reach the crown of your head forward. Energy out the heels. Keep the core lifted, the thigh bones lifted. I even like to lift my kneecaps so that I can really charge up the legs all the way up into the core. Stay with your breath. Oh, we're more than halfway done, everybody. Just 15 more seconds. You can do anything for 15 seconds. Good. Exhale, carefully bring the knees down. Shift back to child's pose. Toes together, knees apart. Stretch the arms. On your next breath, roll up to sitting and come back up to standing. Just take a moment here, standing with your feet right underneath your hips. Go ahead and rotate your palms forward. Close your eyes. Imagine as though you can feel the breeze hitting your palms, brushing against the palms of your hands. And tune into your breath here. A few deep inhales and long exhales, just to center yourself and really drop in to yourself. We can be comforted by our breath, knowing that it's always there to support us. Our breath will always support us, hopefully, while we're alive anyways, and healthy. We can return to the breath. The inhale will always come after the exhale. The exhale will always come after the inhale. This really beautiful continuous cycle that we can be supported by. Take 2 more breaths here. Yeah. Flutter the eyes open when you're ready to come back. So thanks everybody for tuning in. Again, another little short and sweet. Trying to fix the lighting. It's just not so good in here today. Short and sweet, 15 minutes to get your blood flowing and get you moving in your bodies. I look forward to our next practice together again. And I really want to reinforce, keep coming back to the physical practice. Keep coming back to the body. We can gain so much strength and endurance and balance and steadfastness and patience for our lives when we practice all of those things in our asana practice, our yoga practice. So I'm seeing some thank yous come up. Thanks to all of you, and I look forward to our next practice together. Bye, everybody.